Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to each one of you present. I'm Smriti from Team Luneblaze, and I'm delighted to connect with the school leaders and educators who are committed to strengthening academic planning in their institutions. So today's webinar centers on Annual Curriculum and Pedagogical Plan, ACPP, a structured academic framework that brings clarity, direction, and coherence to the entire teaching learning process. In the evolving educational landscape shaped by NEP 2020 and NCF, institutions are expected to move beyond fragmented planning. What is required in the intentional design, where learning goals, classroom practices, and assessment strategies are thoughtfully integrated across the academic year. The ACPP serves as the integrated blueprint. In this webinar, we will examine how it can become a strategic academic tool that enhances institutional quality, ensures alignment, and strengthens institutional readiness for quality benchmarks. Moving ahead, let me briefly share about Luneblaze. So Luneblaze brings over 9 years of experience in accreditation and institutional quality enhancement, having supported more than 100 schools across boards and regions. So our work focuses on strengthening internal systems from academic workflow management and faculty development to audit, reviews, and structured documentation frameworks. We partner closely with institutions to build sustainable implementation-ready processes that go beyond compliance and support long-term academic excellence. The ACPP framework we are discussing today is grounded in this extensive and ground experience. So alongside our institutional support, we do conduct regular SQAAF-aligned webinars as this time we are doing it on ACPP. So these webinars are basically designed to strengthen school quality systems in a structured manner. And these webinars provide expert insights from professionals with hands-on experience in SQAAF documentation, domain-wise evidence mapping, compliance interpretation, and quality review processes. Practical implementation and oriented strategies across the key SQAAF domains, including academic planning, assessment practices, governance systems, student development, and stakeholder engagement, enabling the schools to strengthen the process and documentation simultaneously. A collaborative professional platform where school leaders and educators engage in dialogue, exchange effective practices, framework performance, and learn from shared institutional experiences. Each webinar forms part of our monthly SQAAF training and certification series designed to make the continuous quality improvement systematic, achievable, and sustainable for schools. So it is indeed the privilege to introduce our expert speaker for today's webinar, Ms. Johny, and on the screen the details about her experience. So Ms. Johny is distinguished academic leader with rich and diverse experience in school education, institutional leadership, and quality enhancement. She is currently serving as an academic advisor at Vidyanjali Academy for Learning in Bengaluru, and is also a CBSE SQAAF mentor, guiding schools in strengthening their internal quality frameworks. Having served as the founder principal of Yashasvi Vidyanikethan and a former district training coordinator COE in Chennai and Bangalore, she brings a profound understanding of curriculum design, instructional leadership, teacher capacity building, and structured academic plan. Her strategic perspective, combined with extensive on-ground experience, make her uniquely positioned to guide us through the nuances of annual curriculum and pedagogical plan. And we are truly honored to have her, share her insights with us today. So before we finally hand over this webinar to Ma'am, let's briefly discuss about what we have for our discussions today. So, we'll begin with the broader context of SDG, discussing about the SDG 4, quality education, and then we'll move into the introduction of annual curriculum and pedagogical plan. From there, we look on to add the NEP 2020 academic structure and explore the planning framework and key components of ACPP. The webinar will also, cover the classroom implementation and including the assessment, monitoring, and evidence, followed by the insights on governance, sustainability, and performance. We have included question answer segment and a case study to ensure clarity and practical understanding. Towards the end, we will share how Luneblaze supports schools in SQAAF implementation. With that overview, we are now ready to move into the academic core of today's discussion. And it's my pleasure to now invite Ms. Mini Johny to lead us through the detailed understanding and practical application of ACPP. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Smriti, for that brief introduction of SQAAF as well as ACPP. Good evening, everyone. Teachers, our leaders, it is very much a privilege to be having a session with Luneblaze, and whatever knowledge we have, we share and we learn together. So I think you can, in this virtual world we are experiencing, you can always have connection with me, and I can also connect with you through our WhatsApp, through our messages. So please do keep your chat box very active. So there are so many emojis, so you can use that. And if there is any questions you would like to ask during the session, please do send me messages. I'll try to read, and we can clarify our doubts. And also there is a question answer session, so there we can clarify. So the teachers, I hope you are all aware and you know very well the Sustainable Development Goals. Can I have the chat box activated now? You can just write yes or no, or you can thumbs up. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. Yes, Amelie, Nair, thank you so much, Amelie, for that quick response. So I think I am audible. So we have, how many goals are there? It is very clearly given. We have 17 sustainable development goals, and these goals were adopted by United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all the people enjoy peace and prosperity. So you can see here in quality education, all of you may be knowing the fourth goal, that is ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote life learning opportunities for all. So with this note, we are starting our session, and we are all academic leaders or educators. We know that all the curriculum, all the subjects we teach, how sustainable goals are integrated. Thank you, Deepthi. Thank you, Deepa Sangvi. Thank you so much. Okay, next slide we'll go. Smriti, next slide, please. Yeah, next slide. So can you tell me why most academic plans fail? Can you see you just go see this screen, this slide, and tell me what is your observation here? We say when you plan to fail, what happens? You fail to when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yes. So you can just see how is here your these words, how it connects to you as a teacher or a leader, as an educationalist. How do you feel this? How it is? Planning breaks when? What is mismatching? Can you please, are you writing in the chat box? Yeah, when learning outcomes, as Ambili Nair, thank you so much. When learning outcomes are not measurable. Yes, very good. Yeah, what do you mean by coverage, Deepa? Deepa, you have raised your hand. You can, you have raised your hand. Please activate your chat box. Yeah. So learning outcomes are not measurable. Why it is not measurable? Can you tell me, Ambili? Why is it not measurable? In this, no, why it is not matching? Are you writing? We have 19 members are there. So are you writing in the chat box? Can you give me a quick emoji, a thumbs up, thumbs down, or I hope you are writing. Yeah. Oh, you are all writing. Thank you so much. Okay, Shweta Singh, thank you. Yeah. Please do write. Let us see. Let us have, yes. Deepa is writing, it is difficult to measure in a day-to-day time. Okay, measure in day-to-day time. Okay, yeah. Yes, Deepa? Yes. So what do you mean? What do you feel this coverage is not matching with the learning? What do you mean by that? What do you think about it? Yeah. So coverage is not matching with the learning. So what is coverage? The syllabus is, we are covering. Yeah. Mic is disabled, ma'am. Ambili, yes. Mic is disabled. Yeah. Syllabus, Smita. Ambili, you are not able to speak. That is correct. We can have only interaction with the chat box. That is why I was telling, let us have, chat box activated. So syllabus we can cover. But what is happening? Yeah. Please write. You are all, yes. Ambili, thank you so much. So can you write? Yes, learning is not happening. Smita Gandhi, what you said is correct. Learning is not happening. Syllabus is covered. Very good. So it is not matching. Correct. So we finish our syllabus, but we are not. We know that very well. There is no meaningful learning is happening. So our plan fails. And again, will you go to the next one, teaching and outcomes? So Ambili was telling that teaching and learning outcome is not matching. We are using different methodologies, but why we are not able to, we focus on completion of syllabus only. Yes. Thank you so much, Prashant. Thank you so much. So here you can see teaching, learning outcomes. So what is happening? We take different methods, but are we achieving the desired learning outcomes, what we want to achieve in the particular grade or class, whatever it may be? So there is again a mismatch is happening. And then next you see assessment and evidence. Yeah, Arpita Sharma, thank you so much. You are all not student-centered teaching, so no successful outcome. Excellent, Arpita. So there is no student-centered teaching strategies are used by the teachers in the teaching learning process. So then Shweta is again telling the biggest issue is this is the biggest issue in the, yes, this is the biggest issue. That is the teaching learning happening in the session, in the sense you mean to say our session, the present session. I take positively assessment and evidence. So assessment we are doing, but evidences of learning is not visible. It is not aligned properly. And monitoring and consistency. How we monitor. Is it consistently we are monitoring? When we monitor every time, that is monitoring should happen in everyday classroom, everyday activities. So if there is consistency, we can see that our academic plan will be a successful one. But same way, review also should happen. You know that sometimes we plan for the year, the entire planning has done, but we never review it. But timely review should happen, and we should discuss where is the lag is coming, where is the difficulty, where are the gap is coming. We have to analyze it, and we have to make improvement plans or action plans for that. So when all these are correctly matched, then what happens to us? Our academic plans will definitely be a successful one. But one thing we have to see always, the ACPP, what we are going to discuss today, it is something different. You all know that we do planning, but we know that there are some, actions are not implemented or not monitored consistently and not reviewed properly. No improvement actions have taken. So now onwards, if we are not done, now onwards we have to start doing all these aspects we have to connect the dots. So everything will be in aligned. So that the content, the curriculum, the content, the teaching learning activity by the teacher, and the assessment which should happen in the class, and the monitoring as well, as if there is improvement is needed, we have to review, improve it. Okay, next slide, Smriti. Is it okay? Shall we go to the next slide? I can see few teachers. Yeah. What challenges do you face? Thank you, Arpita, for that quick thumbs up. Okay, Shweta. Uh, what challenges do you face in curriculum planning? Can you just write? See, let us think about COVID times. How did we learn? Virtually and mutually we learned. So let us activate the chat box so that it is always we will be, otherwise it will be only what teaching strategy you say. Yeah, Smita is telling time management. Yeah, that is one thing, Smita, we all are facing. Correct, time management. Yeah, a school has here we have 365 days, but we have only 250 days working days. Maybe 360 we can take maximum. Then holidays, other things we will not get, and our syllabus we have to planning to match with execution. Yes, how to, yes, we have to planning to match with execution. That is the challenge you are facing. Okay, the next one, is there any other challenge are you facing? Everybody, we have 27 participants are there. So why can't we, 22 participants are there, why can't we just share our thoughts together? I am waiting. I hope that my team, yes, plan on the completion of syllabus on time is Prashant she's facing. Diversified learners in our classroom, very good point. Correct, to reach each student, that is a challenge. Exactly, I do agree that. So what are the activities we have to plan? Because we have students with diverse needs, diverse backgrounds, and their learning needs are entirely different. So what can we do? So you can, let us first see based on this. I'll wait another 2-3 seconds if anybody is, I hope someone is writing. Yes, syllabus completion is a big task, especially for senior students. I agree. Lack of student interest. Oh, that is a valid point. But yes, the learning levels are different. Yes, exactly. Multiple intelligence of the students are not considered. Arpita, I agree, but from the this session onwards, we have to consider it. Saying again, there is one more chat. It disappeared so soon. Let me just see. Yeah. What is that? Unexpected holidays. Okay. Unexpected holidays are there. Then what else? Yeah, now I can see very clearly. Can you? Okay. Now let us see. Okay, then now thank you so much for those responses. Now let us see, is your current plan, is it compliance driven? Is your current plan is a compliance driven one? What do you mean by compliance driven? Can anyone just what do you mean by compliance driven? I request you all to be little be active. Let us make the session little interactive, or else the very purpose of my session will I defeat that success of my session or our meet today. So yeah, I hope you are writing. What is you can write one or two words. With that I can manage. Yeah. So how is your current plan? I hope you are all reflective practitioners. You are thinking and you are writing. Yeah. Meeting the requirements of the board. Exactly, Smita. Yes. Then best fitted with the expectations. Yeah. Best fitted with expectation. Best fitted with expectation. That is very nice. As per the guidelines of the board, or what we say, we have to make an ACPP because it is very important for our SQAAF finalization. Correct, So different standards are asked there. So as per the guidelines we are making. So your current plan is, it is compliance driven. Okay. Calendar based. Is it calendar based? Next question. Is it calendar based? Shweta, thank you, Shweta. Is it, yes, yes, thank you. Yes. Very good. Thumbs up. Okay. Is it outcome based? Thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. Is it teacher dependent? Is it teacher dependent? No. Shweta Singh is telling no. Yes, excellent. Very good. Okay. You have come to the point. Yes. It is, some of you are telling it is teacher dependent. It should depends largely on to other factors. Okay. We do that, but it should be not be teacher dependent. Okay. Correct. So thank you so much. Okay. It is very nice. Interactive. So do you think that it should be teacher dependent? Yes or no? No. Yes, Arpita. Yes, Arpita, can you tell me why? Why it should not be teacher dependent? Any one of you can just write. Okay, why? This is a question. Sometimes it is, yes, of course, sometimes it is a teacher dependent. Yeah. What happens a teacher if she leaves in the middle of the session? Due to some, we cannot say a person reason, sometimes she may have, something which is very grave situation. For teachers nowadays, we know in private schools, we are facing such problems. So what happens to our planning? We planned everything, well planned ACPP we have. But while implementing, we are finding that those who planned it or the main committee members or sometimes the teachers, they are not available. So what happens to our plan? So now, yes, it impacts the curriculum taught by her. Yes, this is too nice. And teacher might differ in curriculum teaching. Yes, each of us are with the different teaching, teaching style. As our students also have their own learning style. Our teaching style is also different. So whatever plans we have, if the teacher has done the plan according to her, then it is it may fail. But if it is in discussion with everyone, and we have planned what will happen in the year, in the month of April till March 31st, what would happen throughout our academic year, then if it is planned by the leadership team and all the teachers, all the stakeholders, then whoever comes, goes, even the head, the leader is absent also, the plan will work. So why do we make such ACP plan for us? So that we can achieve our student learning outcomes. Next slide, please. Thank you so much for all your inputs. I got very good teachers today. Yes, it should be system driven. Yes, Ambali, yes, system driven, process driven, not individual driven. When there is a system which is happening, then there is no problem for us whether whether the head is there or the tail is not there. Nothing will happen. The system goes very smoothly. We are not doing any injustice to the institution, to the students community, and all the teaching learning is very effective. We should use this word effective. We should be effective teachers. We should be the change makers. So now let us see what is the next slide is telling. So please be active, okay? So what is ACPP? So it is Annual Curriculum Pedagogical Plan. It itself, you know that annual, yearly, and it is curriculum. And you all know that each board has its own curriculum. And it is well-structured annual plan that connects, and P is pedagogy, okay? Connects academic vision. What is the vision of a school in the academic grounds? And how do we execute that vision into our classroom? Through well-defined, we have to say, well-defined curriculum mapping. So what are we mapping in the curriculum? That is, we know what content we have in for different subjects or different activities, and we align that with our teaching learning process. That is our pedagogical approaches. Can you tell me what are the different pedagogies do you use in your classroom? Different pedagogies you use in your classroom. I can say that though we are in the virtual world, we are using interactive teaching learning process here. So I know that you are very much, yeah, in any of the pedagogies you are using, please do write. Critical thinking, okay? Yes, critical thinking. Yeah. Group learning, hands-on learning, Anandita, yes, activity-based yes, then interdisciplinary, Smita, very good. Sunita is saying problem solving, yes. Collaborative learning, yes, Ambili, yes. What else? What else you? Yeah, learning by doing, yes. Hands-on learning. Integration of technology, field trips, yes, yes. Experiential, Smita, yes. Inquiry based, very good. Do it yourself. Okay, surveys, yeah. Survey, yes. Educational trips, okay, very good. Yes, educational trips. Work experience or experiential again. Demonstration, yes. Yes, DK Gupta, yes. Then what else? Flipped learning, yes. Flipped learning. Art integrated learning, yes. Very nice. These are all innovative pedagogies, yeah. Then differentiated instruction. Yeah, group learning. I have yes. These are the pedagogical strategies you are using. I hope no, you may be giving me online one-to-one sessions. Yes, that is Anantita. It is very good. See, that is why you can understand my feeling. So we are, you can relate to me very well. I can also relate. You know what is online one-to-one is very different for maybe you are using for any supporting child, or we can use that for children with what do we say, gifted students, right? So thank you so much for that. Okay, scaffolding, yes, Sunita, that is very good. It is very amazing. This and this, that is another strategy teachers are using, scaffolding. Now come to the next point. What is assessment design? What type of assessment do you use? So what do you mean by assessment? I think you know, everybody knows what is assessment. Assessment, yeah, I think you are all writing. Instead of yes or no answers, let us go to Bloom's taxonomy, where, yeah, special ability children as, one second, let me read it. Yeah, special ability children as behavioral assessments for conducting therapy sessions. Yes, yes, madam, this is therapy sessions. Very good. This is for special children. Okay, very good. Other assessment, classroom assessment strategies do you use, madam? Classroom assessment, what are the designs, assessment design you do, or what are the strategies, assessment? Yes, quizzes, yes. Yes, we all use quizzes. A multiple assessments, check for understanding, yes. Think, pair, share, yes. Worksheets, project-based pen paper test, yes. Our periodic test. ASL in English, yes. Assessment of speaking and listening. Presentation, excellent. Formative and summative assessment, we say generally. But assessment design, formative, what we have to plan, and summative, we know very well that it is written exams. Open book test, yes, CBSE recently, now this year onwards, most probably all the NAP 2020, what it is telling, it will be coming into effect, or force next year onwards. Use discussions, group discussions, project. Thank you. These are the things you are using. And you know that we have multiple assessment strategies. We have, you may be using different integrated projects you may be using, or sometimes entry and exit cards you may be using. We use all the pedagogical strategies, and we design our assessment in such a way that for the continuous improvement of our students. Continuous. So assessment is something where we can assess and give the children feedback and feed forward, because the child is with us. We can give them developmental feedback, customized feedback. It is not that it was very good. No, we should always see what are the observations we have made. If you are correcting a paper or presentation of the child, we have to very critically see that where they have to improve. What is the scope for improvement? In each and every area, we should make a note that the child where he or she has to improve. That we should tell. It is not a generalized, everybody did very good work. We don't believe, because every day we should make our children reflective learners. That means half of our work is done in teaching learning process. It may be difficult for us to implement or practice very, what we say, in the beginning it will be difficult, but we should plan all these activities in our ACPP. First, what are the skills we should get from the children? What are the skills we should improve the children? And again, what are the strategies of pedagogical strategy I have to implement or learn this year? So these are the ways we can improve. So ACPP is a blueprint of our school activities of an institution. Without that, we will not, because anything you always see, the teachers are very happy when there are holidays. Somebody was telling, in the group, you have written that is unexpected holidays, we say. What is unexpected holidays? Yeah, but how the schools now, they make flipped classroom. Maybe online we can finish the portions. But one thing is that we are very happy to see our holidays in the calendar. Same way, we have to see that each and every activity should be recorded. Right? And curriculum is a living document. We teachers are dealing with living beings. See, we have to see that how this the generation of after COVID, the students are, we are not going to that part. So if you discipline, you have to improve. Yes, it should be planned. If you want to improve social emotional skills of the children, it should be planned. All the activities from the subjects, you take all these activities. What are the areas? This is the right time. Luneblaze company, they have done this webinar. You know very well that now this is a time for planning. Think what happened last year. Where are we now? How can I improve this year? In which are the areas I have to improve? And all these things will come in the process of next slide. Okay, can we go to the next slide? So shall I read here? Learning outcomes, pedagogical design. Yes, we have already discussed. Yeah, teachers, have you seen that? Reviews and reflections. Reflection is very important as a teacher, as a leader, or as management, whoever it may be, all stakeholders, irrespective of who they are, we should reflect. And assessment architecture. That means designing the assessment. You are the best assessment designers. You are the best problem solvers. You are the best critical thinkers who think about how to improve my students' achievement, or how can I support a child emotionally. These are not, there are certain things we may not write, but as a teacher, you know the pulse of the child, because you are in the classroom. You are the leader of the classroom, so you know very well. It is not the school leader who knows all this, but he or she can help us. But you are the what we say, oxygen of the education system. Next slide, please. Thank you. So now let us see what is ACPP versus lesson plan and versus academic calendar. So you can see here very clearly what are the aspects. Okay, the purpose of ACPP is it is defining annual academic strategy. What is academic strategy? Again, it is aligning with the content, the student improvement, the teacher development. Each of your training, what trainings you need-based trainings should be undertaken by the school. And the students for enrichment programs, we have to invite experts from outside. If there are problems, we have special educators. If they are not able to solve the problems, we have to send the children to such specialist places for them to get well adjusted in the classroom. So defines annual academic strategy. So everything is there. That is the purpose. But in your daily lesson plan, how it shows, yes, what is that? That is today. Now let us see. Again, I am going to take a topic. See, now you are going to teach a topic. No, there is a lesson plan for you, and that daily plan which guide you, because it's already written. So when you write a lesson plan, before that, let me ask you. Okay, now let us be the chat works will be ready. Okay, so you just tell me how is your lesson plan for format? What are the components of that? You can just tell me. It's a roadmap, right? So you just tell me what are the components of that. You can let us activate the chat box. Yes, we have learning objectives are there, learning outcomes are there, very clearly, specifically stated. Teaching learning materials are there. Setting induction, yes, yes. Then teaching aids are there, and your teaching learning activities are there. Month, instructional days, learning outcome, objective, assessment, strategies are there. Yes. Do you write every day? Now, homework, yes. What is the assignment you are giving? Yes. Anything? Material required for closure assessment. Yes. That means, you are going to teach them. Yes, measures taken for the improvement. Subject goals. Yes. Then what else? Yeah. See this. Yes, Sunita. Yes, reflection. I'm very happy. Yeah. Everything should be there, but we should have reflection. At the end of our lesson plan, we should have reflections. Daily plans, definitely. Yeah. Reflection is very important. On all these points, whatever you said, it will be there. So it guides daily teaching. So let us go back to the slide. Okay. Thank you. So it guides daily teaching, and in the academic calendar, it organizes academic schedule. That you know very well how is an academic schedule looks like. Curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment alignment. Whether it is aligned, otherwise happen. Veena, very good, Veena. Yes, interdisciplinary linkages, multidisciplinary linkages. How is the linkage between different subjects? So I hope you are all excellent educators. You have come for this session because you are wonderfully answering. And a daily lesson teaching, you know very well, you will plan for classroom activities and delivery according to the needs of the children. So one of you was telling multiple intelligence, we are not taking into consideration before now you know the children, if you are whichever schools you are there, you know multiple intelligence. How you please ask your leader or suggest we should also have something called multiple intelligence in our curriculum plan. How do we implement? How do we categorize students into different intelligences so that we are doing something good? We are going to get good learning outcomes. Anything should be process through process, and it will definitely affect the teaching learning outcome, student learning outcomes. Okay. So classroom activities, delivery, and academic calendar shows which date what happens and what is the timelines and what is the time frame. So whatever activities you do, the calendar shows to you that time frame, and their academic year will be there. Single lesson when you are taking. Here also I would like to ask you, how do you make a single lesson. It is not a, it is a unit, we can say. Okay. Environment, suppose we are taking environment is the lesson. Okay, I'm just giving you, for this lesson, how do you plan a single lesson? So all the activities you said, I agree everything. So first let us take subject is social science. And what is your, you will write definitely what are the content, that is teaching points, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these teaching points, it should be aligned with the curriculum goals. Okay. And also with institutional goals. Our school, what is the school's vision, mission, that you can align once we start thinking, because we celebrate Environment Day. So environment, not celebrating and we are finishing Environment Day is over. So our work is over. No, how the outcomes will be visible. So if you are taking, again, come back to the same thing. So if you are taking your content, you will write 3, 4 points and connect the learning outcomes for that. Okay, you have to see what is the learning outcome, what I am going to do. The learning outcome should be in the SMART form. Now I want from you to listen that, what do you mean by the acronym SMART? The objective should be in the SMART way. The learning outcome should be explicitly given in the SMART form. What SMART stands for? Specific, yes, Arpita. Yes, Arpita. Specific. M stands for measurable. Yes. Excellent. Yeah. A stands for achievable. Yes. Achievable. It is achievable. Yes. And Anandita, it is achievable. So you please do write down. Okay. SMART is very important. After the session also, you can write. Thank you, Shweta, for that thumbs up. Yeah. Realistic. Yes. Arpita, realistic. Yes. Last one is time. Time frame. That is not time bound. Yes. Time bound. It is assembly. It is time bound. Yes. Target. That is not within time frame we have to finish. So the goals are written, the learning outcomes, you will write one by one. If you are taking 4 teaching points in a particular lesson, you will write learning outcomes. How do you write your learning outcomes? Can you write one learning outcome for our environment? Whichever subject you take, it is a common. Yeah. Can you write one learning outcome? Let us have some activity in our session, okay? So at least we will have some takeaways. Yeah. How do you start your learning outcomes? List the ways we take care of the colony we live in. Okay. After the session, okay, 1 second. After this lesson, children will imbibe, okay, knowledge of the students of the particular topic. Yeah. How do you start your learning outcomes? Yes, Beena. Excellent, Beena. Yes, but you have to change, Beena. You look here. Students will be able to understand. See, how can we make this understand? Is this a measurable outcome? Is it a measurable one? This is as an objective, it is okay, but this is not a measurable outcome. The students will be able to, yes, Ambali, correct. The students will be able to, I am adding here, the students will be able to label. The students will be able to enlist the components of environment. The students will be able to distinguish the biotic and abiotic factors. These are the verbs from the Bloom's taxonomy we have to use whenever we make learning outcomes. It should be in the form of, that is, verbs, action, what the children will be doing, and in different cognitive process. So first you will make the topics and you will write the learning outcomes. It will be from the Bloom's taxonomy. There are 4 knowledge domains are there. in the knowledge. You know very well knowledge. We say now, what are the domains? Can you tell me? There are 3 domains for Bloom's taxonomy. Can you write what are the 3 domains? What are the 3 domains? I know very well, because without that we cannot do any session. No teaching is happening without Bloom's domain. The 3 domains I have told you. Can you just recollect? I hope you are writing, right? Are you all writing? One thumbs up, please, or a thumbs down. I hope, yes, writing is happening. That is why you are very attentive. Am I audible? Yeah, Arpita, thank you. Okay, I tell you, see, this is very important for us as teachers or educators. We should be knowing that the 3 domains of Bloom's taxonomy is, one is cognitive, head. We are connecting that with head. This is the organ. And affective domain, to the heart. And the next one is the psychomotor. So this is knowledge, skills, and attitudes and values. So this is nothing but competency-based education. So whenever you make a lesson plan, whenever you plan a unit plan, you should have all these 3 domains. So never forget. So when I say cognitive means you have to think. Yes, cognition. How do I know? Yes, knowledge part. And what about the skill part? And what about the affective domain, the emotional domain, the heart? So when we teach only children the learning part, what is happening? Only learning takes place. But other domains, nothing happens. This is what happened in our earlier system. It was mark oriented. So when we discuss, let me again come back, because this will help you to make a unit plan very well. So now you have said, here you are making, children will be able to distinguish between biotic or abiotic factors. And then next you can write here what assessment you are going to do. So you make list of your learning outcomes. Then come to the next column, you have to write what are the teaching learning approaches you do. So this session, what are the teaching learning approaches you can do? You can write the big lesson, the first unit lesson, you write all these points. That means you are well planned. Then it is very easy for you. Each day in the week, you are planned already what activity, and align that with an assessment. Align that with a resource, what resource you are using. And also you write which other subject, that is interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary, linkages of the particular subject. So this particular chapter, environment, which other subjects we can connect? Can you activate the chat box? Are you there? Teachers, can you, are you writing? Can I get a thumbs up, please?
Miss Ambili has written to repeat the question.
Oh, I have not gone here. Yeah. Sorry, I did not read this. Okay, very good. Very sorry. Geography with environmental science. I'm very sorry. Okay, I did not go to the. Students will be able to learn, recognize the complex. I am reading Anandita, what she has written, will be able to learn and recognize the complex interaction between human designed systems and natural ecosystems. Yes. Thank you so much. You have written here. Sorry, I couldn't go through this. The question was, how can we connect this particular environment with other subject? So how can we connect? So Anandita has written geography with the environment science we can connect. Can you think of other subjects which we can? Art plus environmental. Yes, art also we can connect. Yes, art we can connect with. What are the areas of art you can connect? Drama, role play, sports and fine arts. Yes, languages you can connect. Yes, essay writing. Okay, cohesive writing. See, according to the standard verse, you can write. Anything else? Sports we can connect. Yes, sports. Then what else? Gamification with environmental science. Yes. So geography we can connect. We can connect with the sports, maths, languages. Yes, languages, poem, role play, and we know even sports. Yes, then history also we can. Yes, all the subjects we can connect. So when we plan SST with value, it is the socials. That is very good. Social science, so all subjects, we are connecting the knowledge given and the psychomotor, the activities given. Then we are giving, that is values. When we speak about values, yeah. When we speak about social responsibility, that also we have to make sure. So our lesson should be targeting all the 3 domains of Bloom's taxonomy. Then you will write. One is, one approach you can say project-based. And what are the activities and strategies you can use here? Making of concept maps, I think you will be doing this one. And you can also use, you will be giving sample checklist for them, peer assessment, self-assessment sheets, portfolio, format for article writing. So whatever you said, these are the linkages with the other subjects. And it can be a multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary subject. Then later, you should have a reflection sheet. Next column is nothing but we assess the students. So assessment can happen as the lesson is going on. Assessment as learning, for learning, and off learning. So when we make all these things into our academic calendar, what happens to us? That is, it is very easy to frame our ACPP. And we should, all the subject heads and the teachers, different subjects or whatever it is, we should know our activities in the schools. December 1st and 2nd, we have gone to Kanpur for assessing SQAAF assessment. So what happened is, it is a very big school. They are thinking they are doing all the activities, whatever we have written here, time frame, everything is there. They have a big calendar. Okay, around 250 days, we can say through 232 days. Actually, okay, take 250 days. They have nearly 200 activities, but none of the activities have objectives clearly written. It is not connected with subject, but then we told them how it can be connected with the subject and how to save the time. Integrate those activities with their teaching learning process, align in their curriculum, teaching learning process, and all these activities they can do, so their work is over. But it was, and moreover, it was, we were thinking how to align this activity to where to align. Okay, and it was mainly the problem. What we found was teachers' development is not happening. The teachers are doing their work, whatever way they know their teaching learning process is happening, but the real scenario is teachers are unaware of the different pedagogies of teaching, different strategies. How do we take new methods in their classroom? You are telling a lot of methods, they are not aware. They are still following the old system. Only thing, they are introducing activity. So ACPP means for them it is activity. So why do I say here ACPP should be there? All activities should connect to the curriculum goals, institutions, mission and vision. Then when we write, we will get a very clear, well-defined ACPP. And should be, now let us come back to here. Entire academic year we are planning, and in lesson plan, single lesson, short duration, 40 minutes. So in one lesson, and the learning, have you all read the learning outcomes documents of NCERT? I hope everybody may be. Thumbs up and down will do. Yeah. Yeah, yes, because that is very important for, yes, Prashant, that is very important for us. We should know that is what are the learning outcomes. From there, we have to align to our teaching learning process. Now, there is a lot of websites are there, and Luneblaze, they are conducting so many seminars, webinars, where we will understand more about all this. But you can go through their beautiful webinars, which is given over there. Please name a few documents. Learning outcomes framework. Learning outcomes framework. Okay, learning outcomes framework. And NCRT learning outcomes also, it is already published, but now we have that lot of syllabus is changing as per the NEP. There is a lot of inclusion is coming. So some of the subjects are added, some are deleted. So you can very easily go through. Otherwise, you just type what are the learning documents. Please go to the if your school is CBSE, go to the CBSE website. Very clearly, learning outcomes framework is there given for all the subjects. Okay. And NCRT, all the documents you have to be studying, because from there it is easy for you. They have given what are the pedagogical strategies, what is learning outcome, how it is connected with the pedagogy, and what is the assessment. So it is very easy for you to learn. And 1 year we struggle, definitely we all can. Next I see there are future resource persons are here. So we should have a connect with how to learn better, how to understand peer learning. Teachers, you should have professional learning communities. So you will be learning, be in different groups. What is happening in the system, we should be knowing. And again, academic planning framework, instructional execution. Now let us come to the scope of ACPP. The scope is academic planning work, but in lesson plan, it is instructional execution. In academic calendar is administrative planning. This is all of us will sit together and make these plans together. What are the key questions? What will be achieved and how? So what are the things you find yourself when you are a metacognitive thinker, where our system should go, where we have to improve, what level our students should improve, what level our training should improve, our sports should improve, or our different activities which is happening. Thematic activities you may be doing. Annual day, you have most. We can integrate our different subjects into our annual day theme. It is a very important activity now. It is management, or we are spending a lot of money in that. So children have real life experiences. Give them whatever possible as a teacher. If you connect your story to their story or stories of people. So storytelling as a pedagogy, it has lot of influence in the teaching learning process. And definitely you will get the Bloom's taxonomy we are telling, the 3 levels of Bloom's taxonomy we can achieve. So that is nothing but competencies are developed in the students. Thank you, Prashant. You are agreeing with that. Thank you so much. Yeah. And level of, then here, what is the level here? So sorry, what will be achieved and how will today's lesson be taught? Before going to the class, teacher has well planned. She knows very well, today's lesson is this. This is the activity I'm going to do, and this is the assessment I am going to do. Then you know very well, yes, it is happening on so and so day, is that it is happening. Level of detail, structured and outcome based. So ACPP is structured in the sense for foundational level, middle level, foundation level, then preparatory level, middle level, then secondary stage. Lesson plan should be detailed. It should not be writing one lesson plan. I said to you that I went to a school where the SQAAF training was happening. When we went for teacher observation classes, most of the teachers, they were giving the children, that is, they were telling us that Monday is examination. We happened to go on Thursday is their examination. Monday and Tuesday was we visited there. So they were telling, because of the examination, no class is happening, and their lesson plans we saw, they have just taken a printout from the CBSE website, and competency based everything. They have written one line, and all the teachers' lesson plan is the same. Just they have not even written. At least write with clarity. They can write. It is only the print has taken and the name of the subject has done. So I feel very sorry for that teachers, because the guidance is not given. If they attend trainings or capacity building programs, because now fingertip will get information, but there should be a proper leader who has to take care of all these aspects. So lesson plan should be well detailed and activity specific, and it should be measurable. Whatever we do, it should be measured. And in academic calendar, everything is broad and event based. That we know. Academic calendar, we are very much familiar. Next slide, please, Smriti. Thank you, teachers. You are all very active participants. I was thinking after a long time, no? Next slide, please. Yeah, why ACPP is important? Because it is aligned with school's vision, translating the vision of the school into schools into action. Translate the vision of the school into action through, that is our teaching learning process. The teaching learning process should reflect our institutional goals. We want to make our children global citizens. How these global citizens will come? Lifelong learners. How? So as a teacher, we should make ourselves very well clear that our planning is meeting how our children will become global citizens. Improved learning outcomes. ACPP is nothing but everything. Whatever we do in the system of schooling is nothing but improve the learning outcomes. As a teacher, I suggest you write the learning outcome, what you are going to do today in the class. Go to the class, write down what is you write subject, topic, write. Students, we are going to learn what? Write down the learning outcome. You will be explaining to me, you will be describing this to me, you will be listening to me. Tell them, you write very clearly, then they will think. Yes, they start thinking. Change will happen. And improved learning outcomes, that also it is in measurable. So measurable in the form of SMART, okay? Then it also gives accountability and transparency. Who does what? What is the role of the leader? What is the role of the coordinator, teacher? Even your didis, who are support staff, the drivers, everybody knows what is happening in the school. All stakeholders know what is happening. Give the learning outcomes what you have aligned, to your parent community. Let them know what is happening in the school, how it is happening. Quality will come. The structured academic planning. What is structured academic planning? It provides roadmap for the academic year. What happens when it is happening? The day when it is happening. Like, sacred book, we can say ACPP is like that. It is so important for us because it is living. It needs oxygen. So we are doing all these activities in our day-to-day life in our school. SQAAF, and whether our ACPP is aligned with SQAAF and NEP 2020, because then the standard comes, supports quality standards and policy reforms. So we meet the quality. See, Luneblaze, their tagline I saw there, inducing quality in education. Very nice. You will also induce quality in education. You become a quality teacher. Your school become a quality school. Next slide, please. Can you give me a thumbs up? Are you all okay with the explanation? Whether it is, thumbs down also, whatever it is, if you have any doubts or anything, you can write down or you can ask me at the end. The shift, there is a paradigm shift has happened. Thank you, Prashanti. In education, what is that? How was the earlier model? Completing the syllabus, teacher-led instruction, lecture method or textbook-based methods. There was not much interaction with the children, and a recall-based question and answers. Everybody will pass. Yes, it was teacher-centered, correct. Exam-centric evaluation. But now what is the model you see? It is building capacities. Building capacities of whom? The teacher and the student. Student-centered learning. It is now around the students. Student is the center of the learning. That means you are just a facilitator. Give the children all the activities. Make them think. See, the thinking is not happening now. Who is thinking? ChatGPT is thinking. AI is thinking. So we can many things are very easily done in this world of technology. Disrupted sometimes. So the real thinking should happen means it is only because of teachers like us, like you, we can make the children to think. My main aim is to make the teachers to think. Because the teacher thinks, then there is no stop. The classroom will be a lively classroom, joyful learning. The children would really love the teacher. She will get the best teacher award from the students. Let us not hope for CBSE or the state level awards. It is our children will give the best awards for us. Inquiry and explanation are the strategies used here. The methodologies, pedagogies, inquiry. Yes. Can you tell how? Yes, children should be taught how to think rather than what to think. Yes, how to think. Yes. What to think that we are telling, how to think on different lines. Thank you. That input is very valuable. And continuous and competency-based assessment. Continuous assessment should be continuous. It should be in measurable form according to the needs of the learning needs of the students. And how it will impact, we can visualize. That is how the present emerging model has an impact on the in the education. It is a big picture. Future ready learners, your children would definitely come back to you. Say they may give you a thanks at the end. Your classrooms are very lively, active teaching learning strategies, and your classrooms are so lively and deep understanding of the topic because you are giving project-based, case-based, source-based questions, making the child to work in collaborative environment. So the critical thinking, creative thinking, communication skills, all are developing here. And the institution's impact is sustainable academic growth. So whatever we have seen before, the first slide, here you can see how it is happening when ACPP, when it has come, there is this shift will happen. We only will understand. We can make our vision after 3 years where we will be. We can make an aspirational vision after 5 years. Yes, definitely. We will be making global citizens, lifelong learners. Next slide, please. Good to go to the next slide. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah. Thank you, Prashant. Yeah. ACPP and NAP 2020 Alliance. Most of the points now I have covered here, but still, if you have any doubts, you can ask. You can write in the chat box. Foundation Literacy and Numeracy, FLN. What is happening to our children? What had happened, we know. Now, how to rectify that? The NEP policy at the foundation level, which is prioritizing early language and numeracy competencies. Language, what are the different skills we develop through language learning? Can you just write in the chat box? Let us activate our chat box for this slide. Yeah. Yes, what are the skills we have to develop in language? I hope you are writing. Yes, LSRW. Yes, critical thinking, that is also correct. Listening, speaking, reading, writing. Yes, everybody, excellent. And what about numeracy skill? What are the numeracy skills we expect? Or the competence? Problem solving. Yeah, in smaller classes, no, maybe counting, grouping. These are the things and the numbers. Yeah. But yes, Here also, all these skills are developed: critical, creative, collaborative skills. Yes, these are all developed. Thank you for your inputs. Okay, now let us go to the PPT again. Adding, yes, addition and subtraction, correct. Language and numeracy competencies as the base for all future learning. So a child who is from what we say foundational stage. Yes, Shweta Singh. Understand the right way to express his emotion. Emotional learning is also important. Physical development is important. Different developmental milestones are there. Different stages, stage-wise, their learning outcomes are different. Learning is different. Experiential learning strategies. That is activity-based, inquiry-based, then art integrated learning, sports integrated learning, storytelling as a pedagogy. These are all experiential learning strategies that we use. And whatever you have written, that is think, pair, share. Can you write some of the activities which that will be better? And all these activities, where the child should be, it should be real life application. The concept should be applied into their real life. So whenever we plan, snowball, yes, snowball is there, fishball is there. Then yes, very good, Ambili, yes. Yeah. When you give collaborative group work, you will assess them, right? You will make, yes, spatial understanding. Yes, spatial understanding. So that means again you are going with the multiple intelligences. Working projects, yes. Let them go out. Earlier you listed survey. Let them go out for an environmental degradation survey. Model making, yes. Application of their knowledge. Send the children outside the school for different competitions. My students have gone from Bangalore science exhibition, and they have gone to CBSE science exhibition. It is only thing that we have to plan. We never expected we would get, but our children have potentials. But it has to be encouraged. We should nurture it. That only a teacher will understand. And again, multidisciplinary approach, very well, it integrates subjects to promote holistic learning. So what is holistic education? See, any school's vision policy, if you take, or mission, they say holistic learning, holistic education. Yes. And the Anandita, blended learning is also correct. Yeah, one of the third. Yes, well-rounded students we have to make. Yes, that is holistic. How well-rounded? So again, use the head, heart, and hands. The cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, the knowledge, skills, and attitudes and values. How is their attitude? Attitude matters a lot now, not marks. So holistic education and interconnected understanding. Students with a global look still rooted to Indian values. Yes, Smita, correct. Yes. Global, yes, our children are all, Indians are there everywhere. I have gone to Australia, different countries. I am seeing my children are also there only, but I have found our best brains are there now. Okay, so you have to have in India also the best now with present generation. Without technology or the present generation, they have not used much technology, but their children are from the year foundational, we say 3 year onwards, they know how to operate the system. Competency-based education. Local, global plus local. Local or global plus local. Okay. Competency-based education focus on measurable skills, outcomes, and practical application rather than rote memorization. Skill. So competency-based is, that is a child who is passing out 10th standard should know certain. That is why CBSE is introducing skill education, giving importance to different skill education. How many subjects are there? Children can choose any one subject, and it is mandatory now. 5+. 3 plus 4, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 is the present structure. So we have to design the foundational stage. They have to sit together and they have to design their own plan, and it should be subject wise. Okay, and what all activities are there, integrated into the one, and it should be aligned with the developmental needs. According, each stage has its own developmental needs. What is in a foundational level is different in my middle age. In the secondary stage, especially 11th and 12th, that is again different. In the foundational stage, they will be studying about profession, doctor, engineer, or something they say. But when you go to the 12th stage, career, so we should have a vision how to reach this child. Children at the small age, what do they say? I want to be an engineer or doctor or a film actor, something. But as you know, the age, they do not know what are the qualifications required. But as they go from class 8, 6, 7, 8 onwards, we should have that career development goal. What is their interest? Someone from you only said multiple intelligences. What are their interests? How we can see the behavior, the changes in their behavior, attitude in their behavior for a particular profession or their aptitude. Next slide, please. Yeah, ACPP and school vision. I was telling you, level 1 school vision. What is our school's vision? We said lifelong learners. Then we said global citizens, and we are also telling holistic learners. Put that into our annual goals. Our vision, translate our vision to our annual goals. Proper curriculum design is done. This design is going to the classroom. We have discussed a lot about it. And then comes the assessment. Then the last is your reflection. Do you feel that reflection is necessary? Thumbs up or thumbs down. Do you feel reflection is necessary? Yes. After each class, we need to, yes, majority of you are telling us yes. Because if we reflect what we teach today, tomorrow we will improve again upon that. So this may be a 2 hours class for you, but for me it was a big reference session was happening. So many times we were sitting, the slides were designed and done by 2 genius people, and they were always asking me what should be done, how to improve upon this. See, that is what reflection. And I was thinking, what type of teachers? I cannot see them. How do I? So I had to prepare from the AC, that is Annual Curriculum and Pedagogical Plan, that book and SQAAF. Then how I can incorporate all these things to our session. Any doubts? If not doubts, you can give me one thumbs up. We'll go to the next session. Because these are all repeatedly we have told. Thank you, Prashanti. Yes, St. Peter's Academy, Suresh Kumar. Academic goal setting framework, SMART goals. So we already discussed, and you all have the prior knowledge, that is what is SMART. So we should have a SMART goal. It should be very concise, concrete things we should have. Okay. So goal area is foundational literacy. Percentage wise we see. What is a percentage? It measures SMART academic goals. Okay. What it is measuring? Percentage of students in foundational literacy and literacy achieving grade level reading and numeracy proficiency. Percentage. An example indicator, they are saying 90% of students reading at grade level by term 1. They are able to read 90%, not 100. 10% is left out. How do we improve them? So that plan also will be coming. So academic goal setting framework, ACP is making the best SMART goals, SMART academic goals. Subject achievement benchmark. What should be the benchmark standard of the students in different subjects? How much we can expect? Yeah, my subject I am expecting in the particular subjects, My class average should be, or their average should be 75 in mathematics or science or social, or even we can say languages. Skill targets. What are the skills we are targeting? One school, they found that their students are getting, very good marks, but none of them are getting first class. That means 60% to 70% they're getting. None of them are going to 80%. Then they thought, what is the reason? Then they found out that only questions they know up to remembering they can understand, recall. Okay, understanding level questions in the Bloom's taxonomy, the thinking level they know, and a little bit application, but they never knew about the other two levels, that is evaluation and creation level. Okay, so they have given more importance to that. Now we can say that few students have received got very good sentence in that school because they have planned for that and it is implemented in the ACPP, and the teachers are aware, the stakeholders are aware. Then they made the plans according to that, and teaching learning happened. And those who are getting that, we say gifted learners or children who have the different abilities, they concentrate in a different way. So we are meeting the outcome. And the skill target, you see, critical thinking, creative thinking, communication, and collaboration. These 4 skills are very important. 4 C's. 80% of students' scoring level is 3+ in project rubrics. So you will make a project, you will make rubrics like outstanding, or you say their proficiency. 3+ means it was everybody was expecting the standard. Participation metrics, engagement in academic and co-curricular activities. 95% student participation in at least one club or activity. That means all the students. But here, the impact you can see in 95% or 90% or 80%. This is no big picture. Out of 100, we are expecting at least 80%. Sometimes it go 80 or 70. Sometimes it may be 90. Good to go to next slide, teachers. Can you give me a thumbs up or down? Thank you, Gauri. Thank you, Suresh. Next, structure of ACPP. It has 3 layers. One is direction. Second one is planning. Third one is execution. Strategics layer, academics, vision, and objectives. How about the professional development plan? Professional development is also one of the academic vision and objectives. And in the planning level, you see, so if you are taking teachers professional development plan, that is different. But here, that plan, we can connect here academic layer design, design layer. How do we plan the academic design layer? Grade-wise curriculum mapping. Then subject-wise planning. And what pedagogy you are using. Assessment framework. This you can do very well. Each teacher should have this. 6 standards. Social science should have 6 standards. Maths should have 6 standards. Language teachers 6 standards. Social, then science teachers. Art education. Everything we should have grade-wise curriculum mapping. What content? What are the pedagogical process? What is the assessment? And with the dates, execution, implementation, and quality layer. What are the inclusive education practices? We know all diverse learners are there in a classroom. So how do we target their learning process? Co-curricular integration, monitoring, always mentor and monitor, and see that where the monitoring is needed, and we have to review. What are the review mechanisms? How often we review? And curriculum plan is an excellent one is made, and we are not at all reviewing it. We may monitor, not reviewing. How do you understand where we have failed? So continuous monitoring needs to be done. Next slide, please. Good to go to the next slide. Thank you, Gauri. Thank you, Anantita. Yes. Now let us discuss. Which stage of there is a question, okay, for you. Which stage of the learning cycle do educators most often skip, and what impact does that have on students? Which stage of learning? Activate your chat box. Which stage? Gauri, please go to the question on the board, okay? Yeah. Which stage of the learning cycle? Learning cycle. Can you tell me the learning cycle? This is the learning cycle of experiential learning cycle. Cobb's theory of experiential learning cycle. Yeah. Which among this, which stage normally the teachers miss? Otherwise, they skip it because they say there is no time. Yeah. Yes, very good. Yes, reflection, Gauri. Yes, that means you are very reflective learners. Yeah, reflection. So how is the definition goes? Every activity is learning activity is not experiential learning. Experiential learning is something where that a person who sits back and reflect on their learning. When they reflect on their learning, then experiential learning will happen. So normally what happens, it takes a lot of thinking time. So what happens to us? Yes, Deepa, we forget, skip. Yes, Gauri, yeah, we give a test, give a score. Yes, over. But actually it should not be like that. So for that, we should have project-based learning, case studies, source-based questions, real-life examples. Now the question papers, why a history paragraph is there in mathematics. But the construction of different tombs, how do they say? How they are connecting. And how you can also see, earlier we never had paragraph, there is comprehension passages, source reading. We never had in social science or maths. Only English languages we had. But now you see, these are very important skills. So reading is very important, language is very important, and also to connect with other subject. So there is a lot of integration within the subjects. So children should be, there is no silos. So we need not teach in compartmentalization. The core subject has, earlier we had in our rote learning method, the full textbook children used to by heart. I'm telling about 30 years before. Students, they used to by heart the whole textbook. They used to get marks. But now it is that core textbook. Now we are going for competency-based education or outcome-based education. We are only taking core essential content for teaching. We do not want everything. That is for the knowledge sake. So we have to align the curriculum with what is there. Next, let us see. Thank you so much for your participation. Next slide, please. And experiential learning. How many of you have attended experiential learning CBP? Have you attended? Thumbs up or down? Have you attended experiential learning? Yeah, very good. Yes. Deepa, please do attend. Otherwise, go to CBSE website. You will get, very good. You will get from the CBSE portal, experiential learning handbook. Most of the handbooks are there. Whatever we speak, all the resources are there in the CBSE website. Next, let us see foundational stage, what it is. Now we have come to the crux of our stage-wise curriculum, ACPP, how it is. Focus area is play-based. Play. Children, they learn. When they are, thank you, Deepa, whenever they learn, if they are happy, the concept is accommodated. ACPP emphasizes learning through games, exploration, and hands-on activities. In smaller classes, most of the activities are done by the teachers. with hands-on. Children are very joyful and they joyfully engaged and curiosity building. What happens? See how to make curd. If a teacher is explained to them, they will not understand. But if you are telling this is the way we are making the curd in the classroom, children definitely will come home and tell why can't we make it. That is, they learned. Making juice, their body parts through games or exploration. The same, this one is coming to the affective domain. That is good touch and bad touch. They know. And the same body we are taking to different levels, digestive system or our sense organs. As the stage wise it goes, it becomes more and more, what we say, the conceptual, the content will increase. So children should get clarity here. Play-based learning, and then activity and storytelling, story integration. Most of the strategies in the smaller classes, if you have not experienced it, is there any teacher who is teaching foundational stage in the meeting? Is there any teacher who is teaching or handling foundational stage? Foundation stage. No one is there, I think. There is no thumbs up. Correct to know there is no one. Yeah. I tell you. Yeah. You are the Anatika. Are you teaching this one? Yes, thank you so much. Okay, you will be using all these things. Yes, I tell you, these teachers' class, if you are in any level, please go to their class. Always they are lively. Even the teachers are lively. Because the children go and it's not disturbance. They go and speak to them a lot. And they are always giving them one or the other work. The teacher is also very active. And they say stories. They love one-to-one teaching. Yes, they love. Yes. Yeah, I will be. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Then motor skills, fine and gross motor skill activities integrated into daily routine, physical coordination and readiness, observation-based assessments, continuous informal assessments there, developmental milestone tracking. Are they reaching their physical development? Then their emotional, they are tracking in this particular period. Okay. Shall we good to go? I am teaching foundation level. Okay. Okay, 6 to 8 and 11, 12. How can I am surprised. How do you manage all these classes? Anyway, thank you for that. You are so sincere. Next one is preparatory stage, grade 3 to 5. Analytical and skill development focus. Focus areas, conceptual clarity. And what is ACPP emphasizes? ACPP emphasizes on strengthening of understanding of core subject concepts. What is expected outcome? Very clearly, we can say strong academic foundation. Activity and project-based learning, hands-on tasks, small projects, and collaborative activities. We discussed all this. Active participation. When collaboration comes, active participation and applied learning. Interdisciplinary connections is a focus. ACPP emphasizes linking the concept across subjects for integrated understanding. The next one is expected outcome, holistic thinking. Introduction to basic rubrics. That is, children are learning, basic rubrics, how it is good, very good, or excellent. They will understand. Simple evaluation criteria for projects and classwork. Early self-awareness and structured assessment. Assessment is also structured. Self-assessment. Next slide, please. Next slide. Hello.
Ma'am, we are on the next slide, middle stage.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Depth analysis, that is, this is now in middle stage how it is. You see how the syllabus is increasing, how the learning is going, little more in as per their development stage, it is going higher. Focus area, critical thinking, and here you can see what ACPP emphasize: problem solving, analysis, and reasoning based classroom discussions. Expected outcome is independent and analytical learners. You can see how the focus area is changing from each stage. Research-based task. Guided research projects are given to the students, presentations, and inquiry assessment. So the teaching learning process itself, now it is changing into a little different level. Expected outcome is information literacy and exploration skills. You know how they have to go to research, which are the sites they can go, so that you have to give information literacy. Fake sites, what are they? Then lab and experiential learning. Here, practical experiments, demonstrations, and real-world applications. That is should be emphasized. Learning outcome is children are clear with their concept and apply it, and a deeper level understanding about the concept. So a lot of clarity comes here. Subject enrichment activities. Students are there in literary clubs, or children go for competitions and advanced learning opportunities. They go for sometimes different countries to learn, collaborative learning. So expected outcome, talent identification and skill enhancement. So when we have different some of the students, they go to represent the school in UN, and different areas of our SDGs, they are connected. So slowly the system is evolving and becoming little more and more smarter now. Next slide. Next slide. Yes, secondary stage. Here it is coming depth learning, analysis, and future readiness focus. So here we are going to give more importance for their career. The subjects goes depth and analytical skills. Higher order questions are asked. Evaluation and interpretation of concepts. Expected outcome, reasoning and advanced reasoning skills and problem solving. Again, career orientation sessions will be there, focused. Subject clarity and exposure programs. Exposure programs too. That is very much needed for the children to understand the different careers they choose. And expected outcome, informed academic and career choice. Case study based learning, real world scenarios, application driven discussions. Make in your classrooms scenarios, case studies. Then so the things which have to be from, you can take newspaper cuttings, bring problems from newspapers, current affairs. So there is a lot of application happens, practical understanding and decision-making ability. Subject depth and board preparation balance. Concept clarity. They have concept mastery aligned with the board exam expectations. So prepare them for the board exam. So we know the current board exam, we are very happy to share very fast the portions. CBSE has already told us from April 1st onwards, we can start the new session, but many of the schools, they have started their course by January. Okay, so these are the things, we have to change. Plan for the sake of ACP, no. It is, 1 year course duration they should get, then only these activities we can do. Strong performance with conceptual clarity. Definitely expected outcome will be there. Next slide, please. Next slide. One example here, subject-wise ACPP, grade 1 foundational stage. Yes, the teacher, you can note down here, okay? Yeah, components, annual objectives. This is a subject English here. Develop basic reading readiness, phonic awareness, simple sentence formation, and listening and speaking confidence. Month-wise distribution, In April, May month, what happens? Letter and sounds and recognition. July and August, blending and simple words. That is the syllabus we do. The next one, September, October, simple sentence and picture reading. November and Jan, short passages and comprehensions. February, March, recap and reinforcement. So teaching strategies, phonic-based instruction, storytelling, rhymes, role play, picture cards, guided reading. You understood? These are the test strategies we use. And assessment, it is observation checklist, but it should be continuous. Oral reading tasks, phonic worksheets, show and tell activities. What is this? What is that? You have to show and ask them to tell, or you can ask them to bring the things and ask them to tell about, describe about it. Skill integration, listening and speaking skills, vocabulary building, confidence development. Listening skill is very important. That leads to the other skills. Cross-curricular linkages from EVA, that is from small classes, that is we can say foundational stage. Topics to be integrated. So topics used for reading passages. Art integration through story illustration. So that make the child to draw, see that, appreciate the culture of ours, culture of other regions. Next slide, please. Good to go, teachers. Can we go to the next slide? You can tell me there is no answer from you all. Yeah. Types of assessment. Pedagogical framework, cognitive development. Yes, Gauri, thank you. Cognitive development, pedagogical framework in ACPP. Cognitive development, we discussed experiential learning and inquiry-based learning. Social emotional development, cooperative learning, art integrated learning, emotional. Applied and real world learning, yes. Blended learning. Sports integrated learning. Sports integrated learning. So you see how sports is very much needed in the, how can you integrate sports into the classroom? Maths, you can put in sports. Word problems, you can put it in the small problems, you can put in the form of questions and answers, but from real life. Try to take everything from real life, because it is easy for them to think and reflect. Next slide, please. Yeah, assessment framework, types of assessment. Yeah, this is also we have discussed. Assessment type, diagnostic. You know what is diagnostic? It is happening beginning of the term or the unit. Percentage of students achieving grade level reading and numeracy and proficiency. Formative, when it comes to formative, monitors ongoing progress. That monitors the ongoing process of a child, and we are giving them developmental feedback. How to read, with how the sound, accordingly they have to read the letters during teaching, and it is used during the teaching learning process. So diagnostic is before the term, beginning of the term, and formative is an ongoing one. So we use the activities, or it is checked thoroughly and give them feedback during the teaching learning process. But summative evaluation is achievement of learning outcomes. Termed, that we know very well. Formative and summative, you know very well what is the difference between that. Peer assessment. When a project is given or collaborative work is done, how to assess, review the work, how to give feedback and feed forward. So peer assessment. And that is very important for us. Project or activity-based task. Self-assessment, when do we use? After assessments or task. The children will build their reflection and ownership of learning. So here is self-assessment gives them self-reflection, self-reflected learners, metacognitive thinkers, and self-directed learners, because they know the project is done, how this project, what are the success of their project, what were the progress, what were the problems they faced during the project. So self-assessment. They can also assess the other group's project. They can always see how it is different from ours and theirs. Then next you can see portfolio. So self-assessment, peer assessment, all this comes under this collection of students' work. It is happening throughout the year, tracks growth over time through collected work. So you can track how this child was in the beginning of the year and how he has improved at the end of the term. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Ma'am, it's the next slide, assessment calendar planning.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Assessment calendar planning, balanced and structured evaluation across the academic year. Assessment components. Yeah, role in what are the components here and role in ACP and frequency or planning logic. Unit test. You know very well that check short-term understanding of the specific units. Frequency is that we make after a major unit is over. Projects. Its role in ACPP is assess application, research, and creativity. The skill assessment happens in research, collaborative skills, presentation skills, communication. Then it is planned term-wise or interdisciplinary. Each term one. Term exams evaluates achievement of learning outcomes, midterm and end term exam. So we are very clear with the assessment, how do we do balance, competency tracking, monitor skill mastery and progress over time. We have to monitor their skill, how it is mastered, and their progress over time when it is continuous and data should be maintained. So we should have supportive documents for all this. Next slide, please. Assessment calendar planning. What is inclusion and differentiation? The focus area. The focus area of inclusion and differentiation, remedial planning. Who is that? ACPP approach, targeted intervention sessions for the students based on the learning and gap analysis. What is the outcome? What is the impact? The big picture. Improved foundational competency. Gifted students enrichment task in ACPP. What are the advanced tasks we are giving for them? What are the subjects clubs are there? And what are the higher order challenges are given? And what is the impact? Talent development, academic excellence. Inclusive classroom strategies. You all will be knowing what are the strategies you use. Differentiated instruction, flexible grouping, universal design, varied assessment methods. Here you use differently because the impact is equal participation and accessibility. So everyone is getting equity. Okay, equality, accessibility. Learning support systems, counseling. Yes, I think in our session we have a counselor. Resource support, peer mentor, parent collaboration. So intended impact is holistic learner support. So ACPP is, targeting all the areas. Next slide. Co-curricular and life skills integration. We already discussed all this in our beginning. Holistic development beyond academics. Sports and physical education, skill building sessions, scheduled ones, sports integrated learning. Development focus is physical fitness, teamwork, and discipline. Art and culture, art integrated pedagogy, appreciating the culture of others. Indian culture, we can say. Cultural events mapped to curriculum. So here the development focus is creativity and cultural awareness. They respect the other's culture. Community engagement, service learning projects and outreach activities, seva, student empowerment, social responsibility and empathy, compassion. All the schools are doing all these activities, but we should know how to integrate in ACPP and what development we have to focus. Sustainable projects, environment initiatives linked to subject themes. So we need not to take in all subjects the same thing. We can have one activity and everything we can assess at the same time. Environmental consciousness and problem solving. These are all real life situations. Values, value education, integrated discussions, assemblies, and reflective practices. And what is happening? Ethical awareness and character building. So value education is very important. We want to make, institutions' mission is its existence. Their vision is what? What is they are going to translate their vision into their academic goals. So values are there. What values you give? Life skills or ethics or moral values? It should reflect in your students. Means we have to integrate discussions. In discussions should be there in assemblies. Every school is doing, but only thing is we have to monitor and we have to review, and it should be data driven. Next slide, please. Professional development alignment, ACP driven training priorities. So give professional development from curriculum gaps, competency targets, and assessment data identified in ACPP. Instructional observation framework, observation cycles. What is observation framework? You know that your principal comes and she gives you how the pedagogical standards for the classroom learning outcome. Observation. Observation forms are there. Strategic capacity planning, annual professional development roadmap, that is mapped to academic goals, reform initiatives, what reform should be changed, and stage-wise instructional demands. Each stage has its own instructional requirements. Accordingly, it will change for the foundation to secondary level. And impact and accountability measures, evaluation of PD effectiveness through learner performance indicators and implementation fidelity. How the students are, their outcomes are given. From there, we will understand the impact of and the teacher's accountability after the training or the professional development. Next, yeah. Monitoring review framework. This again we have discussed. So here you can see collect and the focus area is alignment with the annual plan, pacing, interdisciplinary mapping. How do we monitor that? Monthly academic review, meeting, curriculum tracking, and evidence or data source coverage, report, syllabus covered, planner audits, and what is the outcome? Timely and structured curriculum delivery. What is the instructional quality? Alignment of pedagogical alignment with ACPP design and structured classroom observation, peer review. Please do observe your peer class or the teacher who is teaching the same subject. Learn from that. Observation rubrics to be taken and feedback records. So after, when we observe, we should have the rubrics very well clearly defined, and the outcome will be improved teaching effectiveness. You can see how the slide is done. What the outcome is given importance at the end. And again, assessment, again, competency based, it is assessment is there. And what is the evidence for that? Assessment blueprints and result analysis. Outcome is again achieved reliable, outcome-driven evaluation. Learning outcomes, here you can see benchmark attainment and gap. We are identifying why the students are scoring less in mathematics, how you have to change. We can have monitor mechanism like learning outcome dashboards and performance analytics. Student achievement data and trend reports are the evidences for this. And outcome is targeted remediation and enrichment. So the students who they need enrichment programs, we are giving target remediation for the children who are identified. There is a learning gap, so we have to identify them. Next is stakeholder feedback, the parents, learner experience and parental perspective. This is our great outcome. Stakeholders, survey, feedback forms. I think you are all doing. Can you give me a thumbs up? Are you all doing all these things in your school? If you are not doing, you can, yeah, we are doing it because these are all system. It is all there in our system. And you can see the evidences, and outcome is responsive academic improvement. Next slide, please. data-driven review model. So what is data-driven review model? You see, purpose. These are the core questions you have to think. So please do this. You can also see the recording of this video. What is core question should be like each stage, what is the core question? What is happening in our school or our institution? Leadership in action should think, compile performance data, observe the findings, feedback input, deliveries what is the deliverable, consolidated academic report. Analyze, what do these trends indicate? So we are analyzing what is happening here. Compare against the benchmarks and targets. What benchmark we have done? We wanted all our students, at least 20% of students should exceed our expectation. Did we reach over that benchmark? And what was our other target? Gap analysis and summary. Reflect. Why is it happening? Reflection, very important. Leadership discussion and root cause identification. What is the root cause for this? Diagnostic insights. Improvement. What must change in our system? Design corrective strategies and pedagogies, assessment support. So action plan with timeline. That is the deliverable. Last one you see, re-implement. Is improvement visible? When the improvement is visible, you can see, execute the interventions, then retrack performance, impact review report. So at the end, we are getting big picture, whatever we have done, the big picture will come at the end. Next slide, please. Yeah, we have discussed a little more. That is why I may take a little more time. Okay. Yeah, this is a sample format of an ACPP. So teachers, you can just see that. One second. Can the sample format be mailed to us? I don't think so, because this will be there in the video, I think. No clarity on screen. Okay. So Smriti, can you help us in this regard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very huge document, so I think it will be better if we can access this through the recording.
Yeah. So teachers, you can...
because even if I zoom it, half of the screen may not be visible.
Yeah. So whatever it is, not too much of a small screen. Okay, but no, those who prepared the PPT, they really worked hard, and I have to appreciate them, because whatever we have discussed, they have put everything into a nutshell. Okay, but this is a huge format. Okay, so I feel they can take one screenshot now, Smriti. What do you feel?
Definitely they can take the screenshot for this.
Screenshot. Yeah.
I'm just minimizing the screen so that you can take the screenshot in one. Also, the entire thing will be available in the recording also, so you can adjust your YouTube, links accordingly to see what is written.
Yeah, that is what Ambli, that is what Smriti was explaining. In the YouTube link, this will be, the recording will be there. You can see that. Okay. So you can see here, for all the children, what are the goals are given in head and members. Who are the members? Okay. Okay. We are not. Are we in this slide?
Yeah.
So one second. Yeah. So it is little difficult for me to zoom and read. Okay.
So this is what we have discussed in the past slides.
Okay.
Yeah.
So teachers, you have to think that this is what here, each stage, that is in foundation stage, what is the pedagogy and what is the, I think, Smriti, can you just read the 4 here, because I am unable to, I don't know today what is happening. Yeah, there's foundational stage. Yeah, yes. First is the mission and mission. Yes, Shruti. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So how you should have consultations. Thank you so much. Now it is very clear for everybody, I think. consultation and discussion should be there for the annual curriculum pedagogical plan, and the meeting should be held. So this is the right time you can have this meeting. And who are the members to be there? All the time period should be there. If it is happening in January month, the principal, vice principal, the HODs, and all the stakeholders should be there. And what is the remarks? Focused on strategies or personalized teaching to cater to diverse needs of the students. Okay, so what are the diverse needs of the students? We have to cater to them, what strategies we would use. Next, when you come to the teaching learning approach, for all levels, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 stages, no, we have to have focus areas that we have discussed. And teaching learning approaches, which area we are going to focus. It is numeracy or literacy, or it is only on reading, or it is only speaking. So we have to have institutional goals. So goals, we said always it should be smart and it should be aligned with the curriculum, teaching learning strategies. Next, you can see here very well, it is given here different stages, that is foundational stage, how it should be. Subject, literacy skills, language in preparatory, middle school, as well as secondary school. What are the curriculum strategies? See, now you hear, this is very easy for you now. Same thing was we were telling in the beginning. This is the part we have taken little time. Curriculum strategies, writing, early writing skills through tracing and pattern drawing. This is in foundational stage. If it goes to preparatory stage, vocabulary building through word games and puzzles. See, the strategies, again, teaching learning is where the activities you can see. Introduction to comparative literature analysis, that is happening in the middle stage. Higher order thinking skills are developed. And in secondary stage, writing research-based essays and creative pieces. When you go to pedagogical approach, in the smaller classes, guided learning activities, use of stencil. In the middle stage, how it is, interactive sessions are there, vocabulary-based, and reading, as the level is increasing, reading excerpts from different cultures. And last one, guided workshop on academic and creative writing. Same way in the assessment practices, evaluation of tracing sheets. That means it is observational, small, simple tasks we are giving as we are increasing performance in word building exercise, written and oral comparison task. Last one, submission of an independent essay. And who will review? The peer will review. And what is the learning outcome? Improved pencil grip in the smaller stage means expanded vocabulary is there in the preparatory stage. And you can see develop global awareness, because here the curriculum strategy was comparison. Okay, then last one is they are submitting essays. What is that? Develop structured arguments and creative output. So as the stage is increasing, the difficulty level also should increase. And these are the descriptors we find in the annual pedagogical plan. So one is engaging the teacher's professional development. Second one is inviting. How can we improve innovations in our school? Do we have that? No. Then what shall we do? Leading the teaching learning process. How to improve our teaching learning process? Last one is developing a learning culture. Then the focus area is first step. What is that? Where are we now as a school? Where are we now? Do we have innovation in our school? Do we have teachers training in our school? Do we have curriculum? Our curriculum is integrated with technology. So if we do not have note down all these points, then what do we need to do in the coming year? What we need, that you have to very clearly, specifically write, smart way. Third one, how will we achieve that what we want to do? How do we achieve? Steps to be written. And who is responsible? We want to achieve. What is that we want to achieve? We want to achieve at least professional development of teachers in active teaching learning strategies. Who is responsible? Principal, coordinator, vice principal, and subject heads. And fifth one, What is the timeline for implementation? Yes, because before the classes begin, so in the month of April or May, these sessions will happen. And what is the final step 6.6? The visualization. What will be the impact look like? Outcome. Out of 60 teachers, okay, we can say 60 teachers whether they attended, at least that 50% of the teachers, they have understood how to use different active learning strategies in their teaching learning activities. So what is happening? The SAP is going beyond our, the impact is going, what is exceeding our expectation. So each and every level of these rubrics, you have to make that into actionable. Okay, if you need some kind of doubts, if you have, you can also get these all answers from the ACP document. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. So implementation roadmap. Establish committees, roles for each members, and accountability that comes under govern. So implementing governance part. And we have to diagnose, review the data, performance gaps, implementation challenges. What are the challenges we have faced in implementing? Define, set measurable academic and competency goals. It should be very smart, concise, concrete. Design, align curriculum mapping, pedagogy, and assessments. Monitor active review cycles and impact tracking mechanisms. So we have to monitor, activate review cycles and impact tracking mechanisms. That is, which gives us what is our impact look like, whether we have achieved success or where we have to, what percentage of success, where we have to improve. So every year it should be again and again, we are aligning our goals with the new one, we are experimenting, we are evolving. Next slide, please. Yeah. ACPP, it is a question for you. ACPP contributes to institutional development by. Can you just let us discuss what is the answer for this small question? ACPP contributes to institutional development by supporting performance tracking and quality and enhancement, limiting innovation, reducing faculty accountability. Yes, everybody knows. So congratulations for everybody. Next slide, Smriti. Yeah. I am taking another little more time. Okay, I'm sorry. Because when the discussions was happening, I was just involved more. Since this is a strategic tool, SCP as a strategic tool improving learning outcomes. So you can see here 2 pictures the slide is having. Before ACPP, how was the classroom? After the classroom, how it is? Okay, after the ACPP, how is this? A secondary school found that despite timely syllabus completion, students performed poorly in application-based and competency-based questions. This is a case study told here. This is a real experience for me. Okay, teaching was mainly lecture-based assessments and were aligned with the learning outcomes, and academic reviews were irregular. Assessments were not aligned. So we have to see our first slide. Nothing was aligned. After implementing ACPP, the school defined clear learning outcome, what we need, where are we now, how can we, what is achievable, who is responsible, when can we achieve, how will be the impact look like. So here clear learning outcomes, aligned lesson plans and assessment, trained teachers in activity-based methods, introduced assessment blueprints. A curriculum is also blueprint, and conducted regular academic reviews with remedial support. Within 1 year, student engagement and higher order thinking performance improved. Monitoring became more effective, And academic planning was better aligned with classroom practice, demonstrating the impact of structured ACP application. ACPP application. Okay, next slide, please. So earlier it was teacher-centered, now it is student-centered. Solution, the school defined, see the picture here. School defined clear class-wise and subject-wise learning outcomes and aligned lesson plans with the competency-based education principles. Teaching strategies was revised to include activity-based learning, peer collaboration, and regular formative assessments. Assessment blueprints were redesigned to ensure balanced distribution of lots and hots. Continuous academic monitoring and structured teacher mentoring were also introduced to strengthen the implementation. So what happened? This is a solution. Next slide. Implementation. Teachers were oriented and trained on outcome-based education, effective pedagogical practices. Monthly academic review meetings were conducted to monitor syllabus progress and outcome attainment. Assessment data was systematically analyzed to identify gaps in the learning, followed by target remedial classes. All remedial classes and enrich programs, all processes were documented, reviewed under the ACPP framework for continuous improvement. The school observed increased student engagement. What is the outcome you see? They implemented it very well. Outcome was student engagement, active classroom participation. Students demonstrated improved performance in analytical and application-based questions, hot questions. Subject-wise outcome attainment levels showed measurable growth, and teachers displayed enhanced accountability and structured academic planning practices. So when everything is in structure, the outcome became very, very explicit, and the institution goals are achieved. Next slide. Conclusion. Adoption of ACPP shifted academic planning from mere documentation to a structured one, data-driven improvement process, clear learning outcomes. We discussed all this. Aligned assessment, regular reviews strengthened teaching practices and reduced the learning gaps. As a result, quality of the institution improved and student learning outcomes showed measurable progress. So we can say this is very difficult for us, but we have to start, because anything is a journey. So we have to start the process of ACPP, some implementation from now on in your own subject. Okay, next slide. Yeah, this is the SQAAF. SQAAF is School Quality Assurance Assessment, Assessment Assurance. Here, this is the level. Have you heard about it? The SQAAF document, have you heard? Teachers, have you heard about it? Yes or no? Yeah. St. Peter's Academy. Yes. So here we have 4 levels are there. The first level is inceptive. You can see what are the documents here. 1 or 2 documents. And when you come to the second level, that is level 2, you have 2-3 documents with you. And when you come to the next level, you can have, you will have 3-4 documents. So here you are stable. In the inceptive level, now you are just starting. If you have these 3 points, like, orientation programs are held for teachers of all stages to acquaint them with the curricular and pedagogical assessment approaches as recommended in NEP and NCF. You come to the last level, dynamic and evolving. This is the level of evolving that is expected by the board. That is, school has developed a curriculum plan, details strategies in processing in promoting multilingualism, and this has plan reflects the NEP and SQAAF documents and in NCF and NEP 2020. Approved annual curriculum plan and pedagogical plan is implemented effectively the school team meets at regular intervals, and we can see data analyzed regularly to identify strength and areas of improvement. Last one, you see teachers are mentored on a regular basis. From here to second level we can come, third level we can come, then we are stable, then we can improve into this. So evolving, we will be evolving one year after year and reach the quality. The next slide, please. Yeah.
The question answers we can have in the. Let's move to concluding the webinar.
It is there, huh?
We can have it in the end.
Yeah, thank you. So next slide, please. So conclusion is, I think you can read, planning with purpose leads to outcomes with impact. Effective implementation of curriculum and pedagogical plan ensures structured academic delivery, continuous monitoring, measurable improvement, learning, leading to improvement in learning outcomes. When treated as a dynamic process, that is why they are telling the last level, the fourth level, dynamic process rather than a static. It should be a dynamic process. It should not be static. It is always evolving. ACPP strengthens teaching effectiveness, faculty accountability, and overall academic quality. This is where we come to the plan will succeed. Planning with purpose leads to outcomes with impact. So the first slide was why our plans fail. So if we plan taking into account of all these aspects into our ACPP, will definitely improve and we can achieve the results. Next slide, please. Yeah. So SQAAF is mandatory. Yes. Who is this for? All the CBSE schools. When to submit? Till December 31st, 2026. Where to submit? In the SQAAF portal. Log in with the LOC user. The school, who is the person in charge, they will do it. What school should prepare for? 1,500 documents and evidences are there as per the SQAAF handbook. ACPP itself is 500 standard statements are there. Okay, so many documents we have to prepare, but you can keep really you can keep it if you work. Many documents are now overlapped, so one document serves in different domains. How will be inspection occurs? The peer assessment team will visit the school for inspection, and what to submit? Self-assessment along with self-improvement plans. So it is we are self-assessing and how we have to improve upon our plan. Next slide. SQAAF's next slide. Yeah, how SQAAF inspection are conducted. So I feel this slide, when it comes, this is a random selection of 5% on school demand and may be conducted at the time of granting extension of affiliation. But recently I have seen that there is a governing council meeting was there of the CBSE, and this, we were only doing self-assessment as of now till 2025. But this year onwards, for extension of affiliation or any affiliation category, this is going to be no mentoring and monitoring, no mentors. Inspectors are going to come to a school. They are going to give grading, okay, A+, B+, B, C, like that. So school, where do we stand in our ACPP and in our quality? The public will come to know. So before, let us get prepared, gear up for making a very well ACPP in our schools. Okay, and the mentors' place will be taken by the inspectors, and already the pilot project has started from December. Many of the retired or superannuated principals, they are the inspectors. They have got training in Delhi, and the session April, it will start with 30 government schools, KV, Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodaya Samiti. All these schools are going to have first implementation over there. Then it comes to private schools. So we all have to learn a lot about ACPP, and it is a vast topic. it will not finish in 1 or 2 hours. It really take 2-3 days. But thank you for giving me. I think it is over, right? Any more slide, Smriti, for me to explain? Or this is the last one? Yeah.
It was the last one. We can have the question answers in the end.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you, dear teachers, for extending the session for another 20 minutes. I apologize, but during the discussion, I wanted to share with you whatever the for the interaction purpose. Okay. Yeah. Now you can tell me, ask me the questions if you have.
Yeah. Let me take over first. So thank you so much, ma'am, for such a clear and practical session on ACPP. And your insights have actually helped us all to understand that ACPP is not merely a format or a document, but actually a structured approach to academic planning.
Yes.
Something that connects curriculum intent into with the classroom execution, assessment practices, and the institutional accountability. And I'm sure that today's discussion has given us all a more realistic understanding of how thoughtful planning, regular monitoring, and proper evidence mapping can make the ACPP meaningful within the SQAAF framework. At Luneblaze, we work closely with the schools to support exactly in the same process, helping them design stage-wise ACPPs, align them with the SQAAF domains, streamline documentation, streamline their workflows, and build the internal review mechanisms. So our focus remains on making systems practical and manageable through structure templates, faculty orientation, workflow clarity, and continuous guidance, so that the quality processes became the part of daily academic functioning rather than the added burden. So once again, thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experience and guiding us all through this important academic framework. And would also like to share that over, around over 100 schools are already a partner with Luneblaze, and and we have actually, strengthened their internal quality systems and have helped them streamline with the SQAAF, standards. And we also invite you all to use the link displayed on your screen to schedule a complimentary, consultation with our team. And this will give us an opportunity to understand your institution's current practices, specific goals and areas of focus, and to explore how we can support you in strengthening your ACPP framework and the overall quality processes in a practical and sustainable way. So next, as we move forward, it was actually a pleasure to have you all in the webinar today on the ACPP. And we do look forward to having you again with more such enthusiastic webinars on different requirements of the SQAAF. And we do look forward to welcoming you again and continuing this journey of learning, of strengthening academic quality together. So with that, moving ahead, I would like the participants, if you have any questions, you can please feel free to reach out to ma'am for the discussions. Okay, there are some questions in the chat section, so I'm just allowing you all to speak so that you can discuss your things with ma'am.
Yeah. Can I take the questions from them? So Arpita has asked one doubt, that is, can we get the recording? Yes, of course, that was told by Smriti. And Madam, do we include intelligence theory in ACPP? ACPP, you don't theory. No, you can make the students. This is humbly their question. You have to find out a questionnaire. You have to make a questionnaire and distribute to the classes wherever you go. And you have to find out which intelligence there are 4 or 5 intelligence, they may be prominent. So according to that, you have to have the plan in the ACPP. Next question, Deepa, you asked. Okay, it is an interactive session, and thank you, Deepa. Ambli was telling, can ACPP plans be reviewed and adjusted on a month? Yes, we can. It takes time, but still, if you can have monthly reviews are happening, it is always better, so that we can see that what we can implement. So do the gap analysis and try to do the data collection, then how you can do the process. Okay, it is always better you can review every month. St. Peter's Academy should, each subject teachers, yes, specifically each teacher should make their ACPP plan. That is what we were discussing. That is why this session went on a little further. But anyway, I think, no, thank you, Bina. Then the ACP subject wise, yes. Thank you. Then, yes, again, Kumar, the session, they will give you the so you are attending the session with SCS duty. Very nice. Yeah. Good. St. Peter's Academy again, can subject teachers together make ACPP plan? Subject teachers along with your HOD and your principal, everybody should be there because a leader should be there. So she can guide you properly. Okay. Yeah. Also that is better. Yeah. Can we have ACP? Yes, class. Same question. Is there any other questions? If you have, you can ask if the time permits.
Yeah, you are allowed to unmute yourself and discuss. Ms. Ambili, can you please unmute yourself and discuss the SDG question?
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, thank you for a wonderful session, ma'am. I had just a query, like SDG plans were mentioned initially. Should it find a place in our plans, like interconnecting to the topics what we are dealing with?
Yes. I suggest you. Can you mute? Ambili?
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, ma'am. Achha.
Yeah. Because echoing is happening. That is the reason. Yeah. So SDG goals, is very important. If you go through that, all these SDG goals are there in our curriculum plan, in our syllabus. It is there in our goals of the education. It is very clearly given. I tell you, please do take a printout of this. Please keep this in the first page of your lesson plan. Okay. Same way you put it in your classroom. Because let our students go and identify which SDG goal is there in this lesson, what our madam is teaching. So the children will map it. Actually, it is very, very nice. Okay. See here. Okay. Yeah. Somebody asked me, Sandosh Mitra is asking, I am also in the same situation, half only understood. So when it will be next? What happened to you, sir? Why didn't you join the session before? Yeah. Yes, sir. Anything else, Ambili? I think I am very clear. Ambili, are you there? Yeah. Thank you, Liju. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the questions are over now. And if you still have anything, you can just reach out to the email mentioned for any sort of questions or discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's conclude that. And as we are coming to the end of today's webinar, I would sincerely like to thank Ms. Johny for such a structured and insightful webinar on ACPP. Actually, your thoughts, your guidance has clearly shown us that ACPP is not just a document as we discussed, but it is a strategic academic framework that connects the curriculum intent, classroom delivery, assessment practices, institutional accountability within the course structure. And I am confident about that it has given us all a clear definition on how to design, implement, and monitor ACPP in a more systematic and meaningful manner. And a very heartfelt thank you to all our participants for your active engagement and thoughtful presence, and your commitment to strengthening academic processes in your schools truly make these webinars impactful. Before we close, a gentle reminder to share your feedback through the link shared in the chat section. You will also get the feedback links in the WhatsApp group you are in. And your input will definitely help us continuously improve and design more focused and relevant webinars for you. Participation certificates will be shared on your registered email IDs in the coming week, and along with the YouTube recording for this webinar. And at Luneblaze, we remain committed to supporting you in strengthening your SQAAF processes, academic planning systems, and overall institutional quality frameworks. Thank you once again for being with us today, and we do look forward to connecting with you again in the upcoming webinar. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful time. Thank you, and see you next time.
Okay. Thank you so much, Smriti, and thank you so much for all the participants. And please do give me my feedback. Okay, I would like to improve upon that. So it is always good that we have to keep learning. We have to be lifelong learners. And thank you, Smriti. I have extended your time. My apologies for the entire team, half an hour, but it was unavoidable. We cannot complete the task without explaining so much.
It was a wonderful webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I leave the meet?
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you.